All right, so who's ready to like really like shatter those limiting beliefs
Yeah,
and just dream bigger? You know, those things that hold us back.
absolutely. I think everyone has those beliefs
Oh, let's
that they
try
don't
it.
even realize are there and are limiting them.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
It's like those invisible chains. Right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna dive deep into that today, looking at this text, how to overcome limiting beliefs and dream bigger.
Great
Yeah.
text. Some really good strategies in there.
Yeah, for recognizing those mental blocks
Hmm.
and shifting to a more empowering mindset.
Absolutely. And it all starts with recognizing what those blocks are,
Right.
right? What are those invisible chains, those thoughts that tell you you can't or you're not enough?
Yeah, like I'm not creative enough to start my own business, or I'm too old to learn a new skill.
Right.
Like all those,
Those are classic examples.
yeah, just that inner critic,
Hmm.
just constantly second guessing you.
Yeah, and it's important to remember those are just thoughts, not truths.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Right. They're just stories we tell ourselves.
Okay. Yeah. So how do we actually start to challenge those beliefs, those stories that we're telling ourselves?
Well, the text introduces this framework called the ABC model
Okay.
from cognitive behavioral therapy, which is
Right.
really helpful. And basically, the A stands for the activating event. So what triggers the thought?
Okay.
B is the belief itself, that story we're telling ourselves.
Great.
And then C is the consequence. What do we feel? What do we do as a result of that belief?
So it's like a chain reaction.
Right, exactly.
If we can understand each link in the chain, we can start to break free.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so once we identify, we kind of look at each link in the chain.
Yeah.
How do we then challenge the belief itself?
So the next step is to really question those beliefs. What's the evidence? Are they truly true or are they based on, maybe past experiences, maybe some fears, societal conditioning, things like that?
Because like we're putting them on trial,
Ex-
examining the evidence.
Yeah, and then you can start to see, wait a minute, this isn't really
Right.
based on anything solid.
Yeah. Okay. So, and the text talks about some really practical techniques for shifting those negative beliefs too.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like, what are some of your favorites?
Well, I'm a big fan of affirmations,
Okay.
but it's not just about, saying any old affirmation.
Mm.
The text talks about making them really personal
Okay.
to address your specific limiting beliefs.
Okay. So, give me an example.
So if you're constantly telling yourself, I'm not creative,
Right.
you might counter that by saying, I am full of innovative ideas and I can bring them to life.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes sense. So it's like replacing the negative script with an empowering one.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And what about visualization? Have you found that helpful?
Oh, visualization's been huge for me.
Like,
The text actually suggests doing it daily, where you really vividly picture yourself achieving your goal, engaging all your senses, really create that mental movie of success.
so it's like tricking your brain into already achieving it.
It does. It kind of reprograms the subconscious
Yeah.
and starts to build that belief.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, and what about the people we surround ourselves with? Does that make a difference?
Oh, absolutely. The text really emphasizes that. Surround yourself with positive influences. People who uplift you, who believe in your potential,
Yeah.
people who challenge you to grow, because their energy, their support can be contagious.
So it's like a cheerleading squad for your dreams.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so we've identified the beliefs, we've challenged them, and we're starting to replace them with more empowering thoughts and actions.
Right.
But what about those really big dreams, the ones that seem almost impossible? Like, where does that fit in?
Well, that's where the power of dreaming bigger really comes in. Now that you're breaking free from those mental chains, you can imagine a future that truly excites you. It's time to explore those goals that previously felt out of reach.
So we're giving ourselves permission
Yeah,
to aim higher, even if it feels a little scary.
absolutely. Don't be afraid to be audacious.
I love that. So what really resonated with you from our deep dive today? Like what technique are you most excited to try?
As you're thinking about everything we talked about today, I'd ask yourself, what's one small step you can take today to challenge a limiting belief that's holding you back? It might be writing down an affirmation, visualizing your success, or just noticing one of those negative thought patterns you want to disrupt.
Yeah, because progress doesn't happen overnight, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a journey. It's a process of self-discovery.
Mm-hmm.
And every step forward is a victory worth celebrating.
Absolutely.
So keep exploring, keep growing, and never underestimate that power within you.
I love that.
All right, so thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and we'll see you next time for more exploration.
Sounds good.